Caitlin Clark is out with a groin injury. Now, if you guys have been watching the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark play over the past 3 games, it is very clear that Caitlin Clark is not feeling like Caitlin Clark, hyping up the crowd like she normally does. And even in her pregame routine, she was doing some things differently. Some fans also noticed that she had her upper left leg taped during a couple of those games. So she has only made 1 3-pointer in her last 3 games. And even just last game, she only had 6 points. But it wasn't only her performance on the court that was worrying fans.
What happens when a team feels like the entire league is out to get them? Sophie Cunningham just dropped a bombshell, claiming the Indiana Fever is circled on everybody's schedule, and that distractions and injuries are tearing them apart. But there's more. A fractured locker room, players on islands, and a plea for unity. Can the Fever fight through these internal battles, or is their season already slipping away? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. The Indiana Fever isn't just struggling to win games, they're struggling to hold themselves together as a team.
I wasn't necessarily paying attention so much to what Indiana was doing. I mean, you hear about it, but now that I've been here and I have been paying a lot more attention to it, and it's crazy, right? Like it's a whirlwind, and team right now, like it's turning heads. And Dewana Bonner, getting her was absolutely huge. She was one of my bets when I was a rookie coming in, and she's no one to mess with. I love Natasha Howard. You have Aaliyah Boston. You have Kelsey Mitchell. We just have a squad. It takes a little bit to get adjusted to it, but after that, I mean, come on, it's part of something great that doesn't come around very often, and so if you're not paying attention, I don't know what you're doing.
Sophie Cunningham didn't mince words when she said the Fever feels like they're circled on everybody's schedule and that no one likes us. It's a gutsy thing to say, but it exposes a deeper problem. This team isn't just frustrated by outside perceptions. They're wrestling with internal fractures too. Reports about players existing on islands raise uncomfortable questions. Is it clashing personalities? Distrust during key moments? Or maybe just the pressure of another tough season boiling over? That islands description, though, paints a vivid picture. Imagine a machine where all the gears are supposed to move in sync, but some of them jam, others spin in the wrong direction, while a few just stop entirely. That's what the Fever feels like right now, a system breaking down piece by piece.
What have been some of maybe your initial conversations with the coaching staff as they maybe discuss what this season could be like both for the team and for you?
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of Stephanie White, and our depth is amazing, and I'm just excited. But to be honest, I think when you have a group that can let go of the egos and you're really just here to win and work hard, I think that's the best type of group, and you're all willing to do the dirty work. And I'm not kidding. We in college we played. I played. She coached against me and whatnot, and so we've known each other for quite a long time. And since I've been in the league, I was like, hey, when are you gonna coach me? You know.
Cunningham didn't stop with her schedule remark either. She mentioned how distractions paired with mounting injuries are pulling focus away from the court. It's not just one thing, it's a ripple effect. Caitlin Clark's groin strain is the kind of injury that goes beyond just losing a star on the floor. Losing her presence removes a safety net, a leader to rally around. Combine that with players feeling disconnected, and the pressure lands squarely on those left scrambling to cover the gaps. And it's not just speculation. Locker room tensions can kill a team's chemistry. Studies have shown how fractured communication or group conflict can damage cohesion in high-pressure environments, whether it's sports or beyond. For the Fever, who are already fighting to stay competitive, this lack of unity throws another wrench into everything. When trust falters, so does execution. It's that simple. Cunningham might be vocal, but her plea for discipline and focus isn't just talk. It's a lifeline. The Fever's talent isn't in question, but raw talent without unity doesn't win games. It implodes. But all of this tension will feel small compared to their next big storyline.
We listened to our coach. There were certain things that we was looking for throughout the stretch of the game. And down the stretch specifically, we needed to, make it count.
I think we did a great job of weathering the storm. And then in that fourth quarter, particularly in that moment when they went up 1, that's when we saw it. And that's the growth of this team is finding ways to self-correct. I think we saw more of it at various points. We didn't see it for 40 minutes, but on the second half of a back-to-back, sometimes that's to be expected in the game, finding ways to slow down and have a high attention to detail. We did that in the fourth quarter, and it allowed us to come away with the win.
Caitlin Clark was supposed to have her moment against Paige Bueckers. Instead, fate had other plans. Everyone had this game circled. Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers, 2 rookies, 2 stars, and 2 of the biggest names in basketball right now. It was meant to be the kind of matchup that sells out arenas, shifts momentum for an entire season, and gives the WNBA one of its most electrifying moments yet. But when Clark was ruled out with a groin strain, all of that changed. The hype, the excitement, and even the Fever's game plan, gone in an instant. The build-up to this game was massive. Recognizing its significance, the Dallas Wings moved it to the American Airlines Center, which holds nearly 3 times the number of fans as their usual venue. A sellout crowd was expected, breaking records for a WNBA game in Texas. For fans, this was more than just a regular season clash. It felt like the dawn of a new rivalry era. Clark, coming off explosive performances earlier in the season, going head-to-head with Bueckers, who's been outperforming everyone in her rookie class. The stage was set perfectly. And then, the announcement came. Clark's absence flipped everything. What was at stake for the Fever shifted when they lost their top scorer and playmaker yet again. For the Wings, who had extensively prepared for Clark's aggressive style, it was a sudden pivot. Head coach Chris Coclanes said they prepared as if she'd play, adding, "You go in preparing for her to be there. And then you adjust accordingly." That adjustment wasn't just strategic, it reshaped the entire dynamic of the game. Without Clark, the Fever entered shorthanded in one of their most crucial matchups. This wasn't just a blow to Indiana, though. This was supposed to be the WNBA's marquee moment. A rookie showdown at one of the league's biggest arenas, with record-setting attendance. Instead, it became a what could have been. The league missed a chance to showcase its best young talent, and the Fever missed another opportunity to reset their season.
To be honest, my original thought was like, oh heck yeah, like we're about to go win a championship. Like that's exactly where my mind went. And like I said, it's all about the people, it's about the culture. I learned a lot out there. You know, my roots are here in the Midwest, and just to be closer to home, my sister is married and has a kid, has another one on the way, and family is everything to me. I have a really great support system, and but again, it's my Midwest roots. I'm excited to be around Midwesterners again. It's my type of people, and so I'm happy to be here.
But with the Fever already slipping, how much further can they afford to fall? The Indiana Fever's challenges run deeper than their record. Talent can only take a team so far if there's no unity holding it together. Caitlin Clark's absence underlined their dependence on individual stars, but Sophie Cunningham's message hits harder. We have got to stay disciplined, we have to stay focused, we need to get consistent, and we got to lean on each other. Without trust and accountability, no game plan can save them. This season isn't just about numbers, it's about resilience. The Fever's future depends on whether they can answer one question. Can they fix themselves before it's too late?